G'day. I'll first say sorry about the audio today. It's very noisy outside. I got urns going. I haven't got my mic on because I'm brewing a beer, a nice pale ale here. So it is what it is. I bought a new one. One, because I like them. Two, because people seem to be having some leaking problems. I still think it's a very small number, but there's some people liking to make a big deal out of it. And it is a big deal if yours isn't sealing, don't get me wrong. I'm sorry, there's not much I can do about that bloke grinding up the road. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I would have a problem sealing one of these new versions. They look exactly the same to me. What I'm not going to do when I put the hot water in to clean, I'm not going to put the handle on and throw it around by the handle. I think maybe that could be some people's issues. I'm just going to put the hot water in and do it like I normally do. You've seen me clean it before. I don't need to show it again. But I'll show you when I get it together and see if I've got any issues. Who am I getting a leak from? I'm getting a leak from the lid. Leak. Have a look. Oh, it's under pressure. For a while. Da, 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 da. That's not leaking now. Whether it was because I twisted it or just reseated it, that's not leaking. Alright, turn it over. I haven't opened up the bottom jar yet. I was more worried about the top, which everyone's been having troubles with. Now again, this bottom jar, I haven't used the tool. I really wish I hadn't used the tool at all in my last video too about leaks. You shouldn't have to use the tool. It'll just make it harder to get off if you want to get it off. That brew I was doing, I didn't happen to want to get it off during the brew, so I wasn't too worried. But I should have thought. Anyway, let's see if this is only hand tight. It could leak, who knows. Haven't checked these lids. Oh, that was lucky, the lids weren't tight. Lids are tight now. I'm going to use this today. I'm just giving a simple wash like this. I'm not going to bother unscrewing the valve or anything like that. The soap's getting to where the wurt's going to go, and the sanitizer will get to where the wurt's going to go, and that's all that matters. And I think we're looking okay down the bottom too. No leaks. So there you go. I've got a brand new one that wasn't specially picked out for me. It wasn't, you know, tested before I got it. It was just a random order that I got. It's one of the new ones. Well, you know, newer than the last ones I had. The ones that people are getting now, sort of special one or anything. I'm using the plastic disconnects because they're a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about over tightening them. But you can still use the stainless ones. You've just got to be careful when you put them on. And see, now that's clean like that. All I've got to do is empty it out. I'll give it a quick hose, and then I'll put star sand in it. Do the same sort of thing with star sand, run it through the hose, and it'll be ready to go today. I'm going to use that today. That's the only wash I'm going to give it. Now, as I said, the other thing I was going to show you was using that thicker seal. It can be a little bit of a bugger to get the lid off if you want to, or even at the end. So this is a bit rough recorded again, but it's been a busy week. Excuse the wind, it's windy. Now, the tighter O-ring, can make this really hard to get out. So if you're planning on dry hopping through it, make sure you lube. I'm having troubles getting mine out now. I don't want to stick a screwdriver in there. You know, you damage the plastic. So what you can do is put the lid on. Make sure it's on a fair way, but not all the way up. So it's not tight. So it's a bit loose. So you've got a bit of gap there. Make sure your bottom's shut or your jar's on. We're going to give it some pressure and try and get it to pop up. You don't need much. You shouldn't need much. And it's very important to have this on loosely because you don't want that shooting off and hitting you in the face. When people move to pressure fermenting, especially if they haven't kegged, they might not be quite aware of what a little bit of pressure can do. So you grab your gas. There we go, popped. Now don't unscrew that lid, let your gas out. And we're done. That can be done with beer inside it or liquid inside it as well. Just take care. That way you're simply using the gas to push up the top by itself, but remember to keep that lid tight and on. You don't want it blowing up into your face. The other way they recommend is prying it off. So imagine this is stuck in there. You loosen the lid off just a little bit like that. Don't take it off again, just a little bit. And you get the screwdriver, can't see my camera, underneath the lip of your disconnect and you pry it up. And that will make it, like that just did, pop out. Just loosen it enough that you can get it out. Be careful, don't hit it with a hammer. It is plastic, you could break it. Another hint, make sure you've shortened your lines to the right length. I have it so the bottom of that tube is just above the valve. That way when it gets to the bottom, it can't be stuck on the side. Because it just can't be. There's nowhere for it to be. So, a trick that my mate does though, Tim, I thank Tim for this, what he did, and I haven't done it with these, is he drilled some little holes, a hole in the side. So if it does happen to get stuck and you don't want to knock it off the edge or give it a splash to knock it off the edge, it can still take in wort from the sides. So you just drill a hole, maybe back a bit, next to those other holes, a bit bigger, and that way it can take in wort from the side and it doesn't really matter if it goes against the wall. Another tip I haven't used yet, and I don't really like dry hopping in bags. I know sometimes there's a need for it, or some people just like doing it all the time, and that's fair enough. But what I've seen some people do, I can't remember who to credit for it, is they put hops in their little hop sock, or whatever they use. Hop bags are better than hop socks in my opinion. Hops socks are tight and compress the hops sometimes. Anyway, they put it in they get the hops ready, they're dry hops, they put it in a little bag, tie the bag up, they put a magnet in it. When they fill up their FermZilla, they put it to the side and stick another magnet on the side, so the hop bag is up out of the wort. And when the fermentation's at the part where they want to dry hop, they just remove the magnet off the side and the hop bag drops in. That's full on. Thanks for the tip, whoever gave me that. I'm sorry I don't remember. Anyway, I think that will do for this video, unless I think of something else. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Just a reminder, this design is available on Spreadshirt. There's also a couple of new designs. I've uploaded a couple of older designs. There has to be over a dozen designs. Some might look the same, but some are double-sided, some are single-sided. Yeah, there's a whole heap. There's also some on Teespring too. They're the same shirts, but some people prefer using one platform to the other platform. So I've left the old version of Teespring up, and I mostly sell on Spreadshirt now. But whichever one you prefer. I think Teespring might be coming up down below my videos automatically, and that's because I can only use them below. I'm talking too much. All right. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you to my patrons, and again, I'll see you on the next one.